This is the Mech Fans Toys Advanced Figure number 20, Scourgers, or their version of a legend-scaled G1 styled Scourge. Pretty neat. Let's get him out of packaging. Comes with the instruction manual. Pretty cool. And another Matrix of Leadership. Looks to be similar or exactly the same as the one we got with the Galvatron. So we'll see. I'll do a comparison later. The figure also comes with a bunch of Decepticon faction logo decals. So that's pretty neat. This is the first time I've gotten some stickers from my Mech Fans Toys figures. The first figure I've bought with some stickers on it. Some guns, and the figure itself. And here is Scourgers out of packaging. And, well, albeit it is a very good representation of the G1 Scourge in legend scale, but I was a little bit disappointed with this figure. More so frustrated than disappointed. And it's got to do a lot with transformation and just a lot of things could have been done to make this figure better. So let's take a closer look at this figure. I love the colors. That's the first thing you will notice. You got some navy blue. You've got this sort of grayish, bluish gray type of plastic on him. It's got some silver right here on the thighs and on the face. Some here on the forearms. Really, really nice. I mean, these are the colors of Scourge, and maybe the sweeps. I have no issues with the colors. Also, what I do like about this figure are the wings. And look at these. They're really nice and posable. You got ball joints here, hinge here, and wow, they look like dragon wings. Like, one thing I wasn't satisfied with was this head sculpt. If you look at the head sculpt, it kind of feels more like the face is sort of like a gnome, like one of those you put in the garden. I mean, this is Scourge. Look at that. Look how different the expression is. This one feels like he's Genghis Khan, and this one kind of looks more like an angry wrestler or something like that. I don't know, but it's something pretty much off with this head sculpt. And I don't know, this is supposed to be his helmet. It should look like a Magneto helmet like that, but it kind of looks more like a Roman soldier helmet or a Trojan helmet. I don't know. I must be missing something, but something's a little bit off with this head sculpt, and I think they could have done better, particularly the eyes. That's one thing. Articulation seems to be fine. I'm very, very happy with the articulation. Another thing you will also notice is because his wings are a little bit heavy, it's kind of difficult for him to stand on his feet without, you know, pushing him forward a little bit just to offset that weight on his back. If you want him upright, you'll have to put the wings up like this, like Archangel or something like that. And then he can stand okay. Yeah, small thing, small issue, but not really that much of a deal breaker. And so for some size comparisons, here he is with two other Mech Fans Toys figures, which they always go together, especially because we've seen them in the movie. In the 1986 movie, we've got Cyclonus and Galvatron. So Galvatron and Cyclonus, the legend scale G1 style version of Mech Fans Toys. And he is the shortest out of the three, and he looks great with all three of them. As you can see, it is exactly the same matrix, but this one has a lighter type of gold, like a yellowish gold, and this one's more of an orangey type of gold. I actually like this one better than this one. Even the way the silver paint has been applied, this one is a little bit faded, but this one's a little bit more shinier than this one. A little bit bordering on chrome, this one. This one did not come with a necklace, not like this one. This one had a necklace, so that's pretty interesting. And now for the dreaded transformation. Let's get rid of these weapons. Very simple, very, very straightforward. Actually, I was wondering why the transformation felt a little bit botched up. It probably looked good on paper, but when they executed it, okay, had issues. But very straightforward. What you want to do is, much like the toy, just fold the rotate the knees outwards like that, and you're going to combine the feet like this. Just make sure it's right in the middle. Then what you want to do is just prepare the arms. You want to fold or rotate those elbows like that. Okay, fold it up like this and this. And then what you want to do is you want to rotate this torso, this ab crunch area, and it's going to automorph that head down. That's probably the highlight of the transformation, that really nice automorph type of transformation. And then what you want to do, you want to line up the wings and you want to fold them over the shoulders, around the waist, and just leave them there. What's really ticking me off with this transformation is there's no place to tab anything in. Nothing tabs in, they just like sit right there. And where they're supposed to tab, they don't stay. You see that big gap right there? That's as good as it gets, folks. It's not flush. I've been trying to push it in harder, trying to insert it right there, but I just can't. I don't know if there's something wrong with the copy of this figure that I got, but it's just not lining up as proper as I thought it would. And then the arms. The arms are going to fold like this. Fold in the wrists upward like that, and then you're going to collapse everything right here in the middle. Tab those two forearms together, and that's it. The arms are there. They look great from underneath, from on top. You can see it. The head's peeping a little bit, but that's fine. That's really how Scourge's head and the sweeps were. Their forehead, that mohawk they had was supposed to be the top gun, the top of the gun of this little sort of spaceship that they had. I don't know, it was like a boat shoe type of spaceship. It's kind of so yeah, I mean it's okay. It was just very frustrating because nothing lined up, nothing tabbed into anything, and I kept on pushing and pushing, and that's just it. And the worst of it all, the guns don't fit anywhere. The instructions tell you to do this. I mean, okay, it kind of makes sense, but really, this is, no, really, just, I don't know why they did that. I think it was an afterthought. I think they probably realized, oops, I think we forgot to put some peg holes and we're kind of screwed, and okay. They could have done it here. They could have made these 5mm pegs. I mean, they were going to cut it up anyway. They could have sort of, even if it was a shallow peg hole, a little shallow 5mm peg right there. That would have worked for me, but they didn't. Another place they could have put is it here or on the underbelly, or I don't know, it would have ruined the leg, I suppose. Maybe here. They could have drilled something here at the back of the wing, since it's like the back, nobody will notice. Like, put a peg hole there. So a little frustrating, but that's not to take anything too much away from this figure. I honestly thought it was a very good representation of Scourge, both in alt mode and in robot mode. I think on paper it looked fantastic, but when they did it this way, somewhere along the line, they would have miscalculated cutting it or measuring or something like that. And for some size comparisons, in alt mode, here is Scourgers with Cyclonus and Galvatron. So that's a decent sized alt mode. Out of three, he was really my least favorite. I mean, growing up and looking at the toys, I mean, I wanted a Scourge, I wanted all of them, but yeah, it's just so expensive to get G1 toys back in the day, even to this day. And my favorite had to be Cyclonus. I think I just really loved his alt mode, but Scourge was my least favorite. And in these versions, I think out of the three, Scourge is still going to be my least favorite. So there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed my little review of the Mech Fans Toys Scourgers. The figure is going to get an 8 out of 10 for me. I think it's a great representation of the G1 Scourge in this legend scaled G1 styled format. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this figure, and as always, hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. If it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.